Hey everyone, what do I have here today in this swooshy looking brick that's straight out of the 1990s? Yeah, 90s references are absolutely key right now because we are looking at a bunch of power plugs that if you're like me, you don't think about much post, I don't know, college. Like, who remembers barrel connectors, right? Who remembers having a drawer full of wall warts in all different voltages and sizes and center pin positive and center pin negative and all of that? And thankfully, you probably don't have them anymore because most devices don't need them, but every now and then you've got to plug in a router or you're testing somebody's like little network switch thing and you're like, oh man, you don't have the power supply for that? And what are you gonna Amazon one or dig through your local re-PC sort of center? This setup here, this little box of mine that lives on my shelf in my lab is sufficient to power all of that and more. And it's all thanks to a buddy of mine named Spam. He was in a Slack that I hang out in with some friends, and he identified one adapter that makes all of this possible. As you know, I am like Mr. USB-C. Everything in your life should be USB-C. If a new product comes on the market, I literally won't buy it today if it's not USB-C. That's the reason I don't own an iPhone, despite many of my friends wanting to migrate to Apple. I don't own a number of interesting pieces of like new tech that somebody, yeah, look at this thing, and it's still got micro USB. Fuck out of here. This guy right here though, this is, with a little bit of smarts inside of it, effectively USB-C to 2.1 millimeter barrel connector. Why is this useful? Because again, like what kind of retro bullshit is this? Well, as my buddy showed me, all of these tips, every one of these, including some stuff that is still valid today, like my new laptop, for example, I've been using Lenovo like ThinkPads, like my whole office does, my whole company, it's what we run. And I've for a long time avoided their stupid slimline connector because I think it's dumb to carry around a brick just for that. I finally thought I couldn't. The new laptop I have does take, I've usually just run their thin laptops that have USB-C only. My new one is more powerful. I mean, that's how I'm rendering this video, obviously. But it does prefer the slim tip adapter. You don't have to use it, and I learned this the hard way on the road. Forever and ever, I was basically just using this as my power brick on the road. This is called an Innergie. It's a very nice USB-C, very small package, does 60 watts. That's been more than enough for me most of the time, until it wasn't. And I was like, oh crap, I don't want to carry around this big honkin' IBM brick. I didn't have to do that in the end. So I was able to pick up this guy on, this is on Amazon or something. You know the usual deal, right? All of this stuff, I'm gonna throw links below. They're not affiliate links. I just want you to try cool stuff. NekTeck makes a pretty nice package that puts out 100 watts. This is enough. It's not the top load, my laptop prefers more, but this is enough to power my laptop and make it like not shut down. I had to like overnight this to myself when I went away with only the little 60 watter and the laptop was like, no. Note about these, you know, Anker's gonna make these, a lot of people will make a 100 watt. A lot of times you have to use the cable that came with it because with USB-C, a lot of things, there's all that negotiation and the handshaking and the power rating, the cable is involved. Be aware of that if you're going to try to push things out to the absolute maximum they say they're rated for. But let's say you don't want to do the absolute maximum. Let's say you want the bare minimum just to kind of skate by and make sure something can wake up and you can work on it. That's what this package is for. Again, USB-C with 2.1 millimeter, I can then pull any adapter I need in any size, barrel to barrel, and then the little bit of circuitry inside of this angled adapter, that's going to be able to negotiate power from a USB brick, right? It's going to do a lot of that. I have not had this fail on me yet. I have not had this blow up any device yet. It will deliver the right amount of power. I don't think it can switch pin polarity. You should check on that. But it will deliver quite a bit of volts when you need it, but not enough to let the magic smoke out of anybody. So this little magic piece right here, right, the 2.1 millimeter barrel adapter that goes to USB-C, this is an $18 part. and all of these fancy pants, you know, old, outdated, and dumb connectors. That whole pack of them on eBay, 10 bucks. So for $28, you can probably solve all this yourself. I mean, you probably already have USB power delivery in C format somewhere in your house. If you don't, right, the Innergie, the little 60 watter, this is like 40 bucks. That NekTeck, the big baby that I bought, that was like 42 bucks. So you're in the $40 range. Do you have a USB-C power cable? Yeah, you probably do. A lot of them come, again, with the power bricks. If you don't have one, spend the 10 bucks to get a nice long, get one that's really long and oddly colored, I've found, so I don't mix it in with my regular daily laptop bag, like this weird teal one that lives in this kit right here. One thing that's not part of the kit, but I really like that I got, was a bunch of adapters for weirdo USB formats. Like if I want to use USB-A, I can convert a USB-C cable to A male or A female. And like if I'm dealing with a flash drive or some, you know, some outdated laptop port. USB-B, I actually have a C to B adapter in here. If I need to, I don't know, you're at a family's house and you got to plug into a printer and it uses some old ass B format. You can do that. USB micro, USB mini. I literally have an adapter for mini in here because occasionally you run into some dumb thing that still uses mini in the world. This is not expensive though. All those little adapters, I mean, they're $3, $4, $5. You probably have some in a drawer, but the big one here, if you want to not carry around a ton of wall warts anymore, get all of this crap for like 28 bucks, leave it in a box. If you want to, leave it in a box with one of your power adapters too. And then this literally is my everything on a shelf in the lab. I'm not saying it's gonna power super fast, right? Even my Lenovo with that little slim tip adapter. This is not enough to just keep the laptop happy. It will eventually lose power if I run the laptop at full throttle. But you know what it will do? It'll still charge. Other times, if you're not using the slim tip, modern devices, a lot of them, if you just throw USB-C at them, they're like, no, not enough, dog. I'm not interested, not gonna work. This will charge. It'll charge slowly, but it'll work. So overnight, if somebody has like a device and they're like, oh man, I have this weirdo freaking, who the hell, what laptops are these? Good Lord, are you still using this? Whatever it is, I can still breathe life back into a device. And it's not, this whole smash that you're seeing right here, if you literally owned none of this, it would be 100 bucks to leave on your shelf and never think about it again if you ever have to power a device. But I guarantee you don't have to spend 100 bucks. You know, 20, 30 bucks, you're up and running and you're never dealing with wall warts ever again in your life. That isn't too bad in my book. Again, this isn't sponsored content. I don't know which vendor on eBay is still selling these parts. You find your own, but I'll use the links down below that I bought. And if you find ones that work just as well or even better, let me know, I guess, in the comments, or let me know if something blows up for you. I am officially not responsible. Yeah, that's about the size of it. I've been using this for a while now, and I've been meaning to share it with you. So thanks for listening. Hope this makes somebody's day a little better. Stay safe out there.